of life. It's the song of my soul. Through triumph or strife. It's the song of my soul. Through it all. Every day we raise our voice. We find a way, we sing the song. We sing the song. We sing the song. We sing the song. We sing the song of our soul.
Just what is the song of our soul? How deep in our being does it really go? Do we need to know the meaning of life to prosper or love or reduce our strife? Granted, we all have questions and grief, and most of us struggle to get some relief. I know that for me, the spirit within gives me great comfort to avoid most chagrin. We all need a little hope from time to time to brighten our world with peace so sublime. So song can spark joy and bring peace to our soul. So sing out with passion. To be heard is our goal.
The song of the soul is freedom. The song of the soul is bliss. The song of the soul is joy. The song of the soul is this. In the depths of our being, it's the song of my soul. In everything we see, it's the song of my soul. Through it all, every day we raise our voice. We find a way, we sing the song. We sing the song. We sing the song. We sing the song of our soul. Song of the soul is freedom. The song of the soul is bliss. The song of the soul is joy. The song of the soul is this. Deep down inside is the song of my soul. This song is a guide. It's the song of my soul. Through it all, every day we raise our voice. We find a way, we sing the song. We sing the song. We sing the song. We sing the song. We sing the song of our soul. The song of the soul is freedom. The song of the soul is bliss. The song of the soul is joy. The song of the soul is this. In the depth of our being, in everything we're seeing, well, deep down inside, this song is our guide. It's the song of our soul.
Our speaker today is our very own music director, Richard No Wrong Notes Inman.
Found an angel song called Finding Some Jellyfish. And so I started doing a little research and found out that the original text was written back in the 1200s by Thomas Aquinas. And it's in Latin. For those of you who grew up hearing Latin, this is for you, but it's also something about hearing things in foreign language that you don't get hung up on the words, you get hung up on the feeling of the song. And the brief description in English is, "Angel's bread is made, the bread of man today, the living bread from heaven." And back in the 1200s, going into 1300s, was a very dark time on the earth. It was when the bubonic plague was very popular. Half of Europe died. 50 million people died. And there was also, I think, the Crusades were going on. And so this particular text talks about getting your nourishment and strength from a different source other than our earthly, human existence. A lot of times people say we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And one of the things we do here in this church is we are fed spiritually. And that's what this song is about, Panis Angelicus. I'd like to invite Sheila to come up and sing this.
Panis Angelicus, it panis hominum, dos panis Angelicus, et purus taminum. Oras mirabilis, manducat Dominum, Pauper, salvus et humilis.
Panis Angelicus, fit panis hominum, dat panis Angelicus, figuris terminum. Ores mirabilis, manducat Dominum, Pauper, Pauper, servus et humilis. Pauper, Pauper, servus et humilis, servus et humilis. Thank you. I get to hear that all the time. Your healing voice not only enables you to speak, tell great stories, and share your emotions, thoughts, problems, and successes with the world, but it also helps to boost your immune system. Many of the effects we can achieve with various sound healing instruments can also be experienced through your voice. A few months ago, I did a workshop called Finding Your True Voice. And one of the things that we did was we found our note, a note that is our note. And I want to work that with you a little bit today. And I've been teaching voice for forever. And one of the things I work with is an exercise called the siren. And the way it works is you start low, and you go as high as you possibly can. And you'll notice that as you do it, and we'll do this a number of times for those of you who've never done this exercise before, and you'll notice that there's some place, and for men, a lot of times it's a B flat, we don't know why, there'll be a note that resonates with you, that feels like you've empowered yourself, like something's happening. So let's just try that for now. You don't have to be a good singer. There are no wrong notes. Don't have to sound pretty. This is all about you finding a place in you that resonates for you. So let's just try that. And you can come down, like a sigh, And as you do that, notice that there are certain places where your voice seems very strong. That's what we're going for. We want to find that place, okay? Let's make some noise now. Come on. Close your eyes and feel what's inside you. This is not about looking good or sounding good. Anybody find a spot that feels good? Anybody find something? If you found that, I just want you to sing Om with me. That note, that place that feels like it's good. Don't worry about what you sound like to anyone else. This is your moment to resonate for you and heal you. Let the vibration of your body bring you more presently in the moment. Let's try our Om. Ready? Again. Let's give it some energy now. Now sing it on a B. B. One more time on a B. B. So in every spiritual tradition, there's a use of sound to facilitate the passage between states of consciousness. In the shamanic tradition, the voice is considered to be the gatekeeper. It's what opens the door to the realm of the spirit. And if, for those of you who like to read the Bible, there's a section in Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. And then I heard a great line. The voice is the muscle of the soul. From birth you have connected breath to your vocal folds to express yourself, to voice your deepest feelings. When I was struggling with this talk, because I just didn't want to get up and sing a bunch of songs. I wanted to engage the congregation in a way that they get a sense of what it's like. I was talking to someone in our congregation today. I said, you should come join the choir. It's fun. And I said, well, I used to sing, but I don't sing anymore. And that's the way a lot of people feel, or I'm not a very good singer or whatever. And actually, Brian's the one who coined the rich, no wrong notes Inman, which I really like, by the way. Because one of my favorite things is to hear people sing badly loudly. And that's why we have Brian in the choir. No, I'm kidding. Brian, when we first get, he goes, "I'm not a very good singer, Rich." I go, "That's those are the people we're looking for. You're in." And so that is really and we're going to be starting the choir up on the 21st. If you'd like to join, please let me know. We do have some wonderful singers on our choir, and I remember when I first joined my high school choir, and I'd never sung in a choir before. The tenors were right next to the altos, and I had a fairly high voice back then. And the altos were very loud, and the tenors were not that loud, so I started singing alto for about 6 months. And my choir director said, "Rich, what are you singing?" And I go, "This part." And he go, "That's the alto part. And we need you on the tenor part." So I switched over, but that's what's the beautiful thing about choirs, is that it's one of the few art forms where we collectively create art. So if you do want to join, come on. You don't have to be a great singer. You don't even have to have very many notes. I think what you had started with 4 notes. You're up to 5 notes now, Brian? Is that what we're doing? It's all you got. If you got 4 notes, you don't even have to have 4 notes. There are a lot of alto parts are the ones where you write all the choir parts out, and then the notes left over, we let the altos sing. Altos like, "This part does not make sense." Well, that's just the way it rolls. Brian, I was talking to Brian about, I was saying, "Brian, why are you going to Germany, Berlin?" Anyway, I had an experience back in 1974. I was in my college choir and also in the jazz band. And we got chosen by a group called the Ambassadors for Friendship to tour behind the Iron Curtain in Romania. And, we were all just a bunch of kids thrilled about getting on a plane and going somewhere. And we get there, and we get off the plane, and we rode on a plane called, it was a Czechoslovakian airline called OK Airlines. And these were prop planes, and no heater, and the whatever they were using to decompress the ear, make your ears where they're normal. I don't think that was working. And so we were flying over the Arctic Circle, because that's kind of the way you go to get to Europe, and we're freezing, and our ears are killing us, and they fed us on the plane, and they fed us pork. And when we got to Romania, every meal that we ate was pork. That was what they had. They had a lot of pork. But when we got off the plane, they let us off in Czechoslovakia, and then we took a bus to Romania. I don't know. It was all under communist rule, under Soviet rule at that time. We're getting off the plane, and here are these guys with these long leather coats with machine guns checking our gear to make sure we're not carrying whatever, bombs, Lugers, I don't know, something. And so we're like, wow, okay, better look good, better sing good in this game. And when we got off the plane, our choir director was very pro-American. We were going to, change the world with our singing. We were going to dissolve communism forever, and we're all going to live in the world of free. As soon as we got off the plane into the airport, we sang a really beautiful version of the Star Spangled Banner. And it was a very echoey, beautiful airport. And people lined up and were hearing it. And these people had not seen or heard anything like that. And it's like the whole group, the whole people, it must have been 100 people there, just start crying. At that time, Romania was basically a police state. The only people that could leave the country were members of the Communist Party, and there were, I think, 10% of the population were members of the Communist Party. So 90% of the people could not leave the country. They were basically in a police state, and there was a lot of religious oppression. They had basically, right after World War II, they'd taken all the Catholic priests and nuns and put them in prison and did a whole brainwashing campaign. And then they did have the the Romanian Orthodox Church was still barely limping along. But we ended up singing in a lot of these beautiful temples and cathedrals. And That was 1974. In 1977, they went in and they pretty much locked up like 3,000 priests and nuns and tore down some of those beautiful temples. Anyway, it just reminded me of when I wrote this Song of the Soul. It was unconscious that I wrote Song of the Soul is freedom. We're so fortunate to be here, to live in the most beautiful place on earth and be able to worship. That hasn't always been the case in different parts of the world. And definitely in probably Berlin, I would think you would have that experience there. But I think anyway, it's opened up. Anyway, that's what came up for me when I was thinking about how there is a lot of oppression going on in the world right now. But we have the freedom here, and we need to exercise that freedom to sing and allow our spirits to rise. And there's a song, it's a very simple chant, and I would like to, it's a call and response, and I would like you to help me sing it. And it's this simple song. I am filled with the Spirit. I'm filled with the Spirit. I am filled with bliss. I am filled with Spirit. Filled with bliss. So I'm going to do a little bit of a talk during this song, and I want you to help me out by just humming a little bit. I want you to feel your voice. Let your voice be part of you that reminds you that you're alive. Thank you. Let us unite in the sacred sanctuary of our hearts, where the divine essence within us dances in harmony with the rhythm of the universe. As we gather in this sacred space and invoke the presence of the infinite, the source of all that is, we affirm together. Now close your eyes and sing this with certainty. I am filled with Spirit. I am filled with Spirit. I am filled with bliss. I am filled with Spirit. Filled with bliss. Now let that humming, that sound, that experience of being alive and being able to make sound freely, energize your body. Energize your mind. Energize your spirit with the vitality of love. May every cell of my being pulse with the divine energy that flows through me, igniting the flame of my purpose and illuminating my path. I am filled with Spirit. I am filled with bliss. I am filled with Spirit. Filled with bliss. Let that humming invigorate your body. Let it visualize peace and harmony cascading like a gentle river, washing over every corner of our world. Feel it in your hearts. The vision of a world where love reigns supreme, where compassion guides our actions, where unity is our anthem. I am filled with Spirit. I am filled with bliss. I am filled with Spirit. Filled with bliss. Now close your eyes and breathe deeply. And take this in. Hum, let it bring you here fully now. And as we behold this vision, let us recognize the eternal truth that all is working together for good. Even in the midst of chaos and uncertainty, let us anchor ourselves in the unwavering faith that behind every seeming challenge lies a hidden blessing, a divine opportunity for growth and transformation. Let our souls radiate with love. Let our spirits glow with love. And as we sing this last chorus, take it in, make it your truth, send it out into the universe. I am filled with Spirit, filled with Spirit. I am filled with bliss. I am filled with Spirit, filled with bliss. So let our souls radiate with love. Let our spirits glow with love. So it is.